if we're starting, I'm starting here because one tiny problem I have with this collection is that this is the only place the uncompressed video files for the intros play. They never like made an opening or they never made an update or anything. Just let you watch these in the gallery or have them play in the original, because much like the Mega Man collection, this is the original video file before they basically had to compress it down to a DS cartridge.
Yes. Could start a bit before that.
Because did Aura of Sorrow last year, that's why I was like, fuck it, okay. Dawn of Sorrow out of the way now.
Yes.
Okay, I last played Julius mode, so I have to go back to that setup B. Because Julius mode doesn't have a stat screen on the bottom screen, so I was...
Yes.
Well, why
Okay, doing Halloween-related stuff.
And much like last time, doing a new game plus hard mode. Aura of Sorrow is now 10 years away. Because it's 2035. This is 2025. That's crazy to think about.
Basically.
Are you serious? Yes, and that's when Hammer decided to... Wait, Soma, can I ask you something? Yeah, of course, Mina. It's been a year since it all happened. Yeah, just about. And, what was it called? You know, the ability to use the power of monsters. You mean the power of dominance? Oh, I bet you want to show her your power of dominance if you know what I'm saying. They're both 18. I can make this joke. Actually, because it's been a year, I believe they're both 19 now.
I'm 18.
That's all I needed to hear. I lost it when we escaped Dracula's castle. I know, but it's just that I get this terrible feeling inside. It's probably nothing. Look, don't worry. The past year I haven't been able to use any of the powers I gained. And you're Soma Cruz, aren't you? Yeah, and you are. You may call me Celia. And I am here to see... Oh, I think they left the typo in. I'm here to see your dad. Yeah. Yeah, remember, like, from basically 2001 was Circle of the Moon to 2000, I believe, 8 was Order of Ecclesia. Konami, literally between handheld and console, released a Castlevania game every year because all these games were released one a year after another, especially on the English side. That leads to a bunch of typos, and I already have dyslexia, but this game has an infinitely better font than the first one.
Yes.
Come forth, my servants. What? Mina, get back. You're a woman. You can't do anything. Damn it, of course. Soma, back off. Mr. Alcohol. Ginyara, Cardo, the Guardian. You shall not interfere. A barrier. Quick, Soma, use this. Wait, if she set up a barrier, except for a new game, a plus, bitch. You know, like the first game, this one immediately gives you 3. So, what did I have as a bullet soul? I think the new game plus, I only have equipment. I think because they give you the first 3 souls, they actually de-equipped all the souls I had. I shall see your demise, that is using whatever means. Wait. Savior me. You wouldn't catch her now. Damn it. Soma, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine, but that power, it returned. Or Carter. The power didn't return, it was always with you. You just never had a need for it since you fled the castle. And set free all the souls that you had gained dominance over. You mean I couldn't use the power because I wasn't dominating any souls? Anyway, who was that woman? She seemed to know you. She's the priestess of a new and rapidly growing cult. We suspect she was up to something, so we've been keeping tabs on her. But why would someone like that come after Soma? They want to resurrect the Lord of Darkness. Like Soma's not to yeah. They don't like the fact they didn't become the Lord of Darkness. Not only that, they intend to create a new Lord. But Soma, you don't need to get any more involved with this last deal, is it? That woman. She would see my demise. Soma. Several days later. So the cult base is here. Harrison wasn't so iffy after all. Okay, you doubted my word. Hammer, what are you doing here? I guess you could say he's come to bring down the hammer. That would be if he was playable, but he's not.
Poor Hammer.
Who told you about this place? Well, yeah. Hey, you guys, you're doing something, where one in, buddy. And hey, what's happened to that pretty little lady you remember, right? Yeah, I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. I'll cover it in a minute. But this game decided to just have Hammer go, like, full incel simp mode to Yoko. You mean Yoko? She's not coming. In fact, I haven't told a soul. She ain't coming. Well, I'm not telling her at least. I mean, well, since I'm Huey better rank. I guess I'm back in business, and you're my customer. Hammer Lock. I'm saying this for your own good. You really should leave. Yes, you should. Can't do that. I know when someone's in a trouble, and I'm not just gonna leave you here. Okay, I appreciate it. I'll scoop out at the area and just want to set up shop. See you around.
Pretty sure he said scope, not scoop.
Yeah, I know. Okay, it might... again, we literally first, 5 minutes of the game, and we have that one typo. He might have intended to say scope, and it might have been typoed as scoop. Like I said, that is hard on my dyslexia. Man, why, when he, just how... Yeah, they did remove everything. Okay,
Of course they did.
Going to take a minute. What would I could like? Yeah, let's do axe armor.
Ow. Oh.
Elder Skull Archer. And then I guess for right now I'll just do a Golem. Because like was the first game, because of it being a rollover, I do have like every assault. Well, technically had every assault. Again, I'll get more into it basically when we get there. I also should... wait. It's souls. Yeah, it's like the one item, the Dracula's tunic, which is basically the best armor, like, in the original. Actually, keep the Soul Eater ring for 5 minutes. One, just to see if I get any good RNG with it. Because I don't really need it for the... for the most part, because I have everything I would want. Save a room and going to make a save state at the first save point. This recording will likely be a single recording. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. This game is old now.
Yes.
DS is old now, and I don't know if I can compartmentalize about.
I think the game was... Actually, like I said, they release a Castlevania game every year. It was 2004. Huh? Those two. Oh, Soma. Yo, Julius, what are you two doing here? Funny, you should ask that. We got wind of this occult from a tip viral. I'm investigating with Mr. Ralph. I'm sure you remember him. Soma, please understand. If the darkness draws you in, I have no choice but to destroy you. Yeah, I know. Then there is no reason for you to be here. That's right, you're only putting yourself in danger. That sea little woman, not only was she after me, she tried to... me and who? I'm not going to stop until I find her. You... Yeah.
You're determined, I see.
And then I have nothing more to say. Wait, Julius, how can you just say that you were barely trying to convince him? I'll be going now. Wait a second, I'm coming too. No, Yo-Ho, you stay... we're in contact here just in case.
I'm probably about to sneeze, and it will probably be loud.
Also, bullshit, man. Can't do anything like that when you play him in Julius mode. Man, men, they're so selfish. Women, am I right? Yeah, like, to be fair, it wasn't just, Hammer's characterization that kind of basically got taken out back and shot. Yoko's characterization basically became nagging.
Should have said a characterization that took a nosedive.
Yeah. Yeah, Yoko basically became a nagging woman. I bet you have knowing calling home either. Well, fine then. Here, take this.
Okay.
Magic seal. Magic seal? The coal later appears to create gates that draw the power of darkness. Monsters like
Monsters exposed to that power said to be invincible.
So how am I supposed to destroy them? That's where this magic seal comes in. Want to practice using it? No. No, because I'll go use it on the door. Oh, that's fine then. One more thing, you can practice drawing a magic seal anytime. If you're not sure how to do it, you should definitely practice. Got it. And check, seal activates on its on when it's needed. Give it a try and see. Okay, now let's go. Go where? It's a dead end here. The only way to get through is to use chaos control. Only Julius could get in from somewhere like this. We should go back and find a different way. Alright. Yeah. Ow. There's no shelter from the rain, so windy.
Rain and wind here. Sure, of course. Let's go.
Also, like, you say we have to go back. Bitch, you have ice magic. You could have frozen the water. Because it's something Sypha's ice magic can actually do in 3.
Also, I am heavily disappointed your magic seal is not an animal sidekick.
No, that would be too goofy for the series where you find fully cooked pot roast in the drywall.
You know what I'm doing. Magic seal.
That's why I made a joke out. That would be ridiculous for a series where you find pot rust in the drywall. The funny thing is, if you, like, the magic seal, if you do the practice, and because this is an emulated version, this should still work, but I don't remember how to do it. I also want to play the game naturally. If you do the practice and then, like, I think exit in a certain way, you can use these to basically skip a bunch of loading transitions and break the game. And because of this being a simple emulated version, that glitch still works. But again, I don't remember how to do it. Plus, this is not a speedrun. I'm actually playing the video game. So I'm not going to start doing it to, like, sequence break and wrong warp around. It looks like I need a magic seal right away. Most likely I'll need a magic seal to finish off the monster in here. Just be calm and focus.
Still disappointed, hon. Magic seal, and it's not a fun animal sidekick.
This is the first boss, but I'm so cracked out it. Actually, how much damage? Yeah, I think it only does like 1 damage off touch damage. This boss can actually be a tiny bit difficult when you're playing normally. And there it's done. And then there's the... I have to do with the seal. Later ones I'm probably going to intentionally fuck up because I don't remember the order they go in, and if you fuck them up, they show you what button you have to press. So that's likely going to be one of the only ones I do normally. Don't be too sure that magic seal won't be useful forever. What do you mean? They're probably prepared new and more complex patterns for magic seals. Oh, just you wait.
I still want a magical animal sidekick.
But not to worry. They must have hidden the magic seal pattern somewhere. If they didn't, the gates to the darkness would be useless. I get it. I won't keep holding you. As my escort, any more I can manage now. You sure? In that case, I'll be going. There's one more thing, though. Julius may have some new information, so come see me if you're close by. And Soma, please don't do anything reckless. Count on it, you take care. The orb refills your health and magic, like, you know. Like always, about, like, oh wait, not use item, equip, soul, flying armor, because that's what the boss was, because much like in the original game, you lose all of the progression in souls. Can't be having your sequence break now. So I'll just keep that for the time being.
Still wanting an animal sidekick. We're just walking. Magic seal! Seal barking. How about some seal clothing?
No.
Hard cuts to a bunch of seals in a dance called. There's that one area that still does a bunch of seal clothing.
Oh, hey, Soma. You're going to act as Julia's contact here? Yes, there was no one living here, so I thought it'd be okay. And that rough-looking guy right across from me, what was his name again? Hammer? Yeah, that's it. What is he doing here? He came to help me. Honestly, you didn't ask him to come. Of course I didn't. I'm sure you wouldn't, but it's too dangerous for him to be here. Can't you tell him to leave? So I told him already, but he wouldn't budge. Besides, it's hopeless now. Especially after someone who's not supposed to be here showed up. Huh? Well, if he wouldn't listen to you, I suppose it is hopeless. By the way, I gained a new ability. New ability? What? the power of dominance lets you control the souls of monsters, right? Right. So I thought I could use magic to draw the monster souls out and use them. You mean release the souls? Something like that. Of course, I would need your Operation Soma. And it's not something that's easy to do. So how do you plan to use the freed souls? Well, I can infuse the freed souls with a weapon, thus creating a new weapon. The souls you use will be lost. So, can you even do that? Rather rude of you to ask. I might not look the part, but I am considered an expert spell caster. Honey, I think your like super great grandmother, because I don't know how many generations back it would be, is infinitely better than you. Just tell me if you need something. I'll show you what I can do. Okay then. And with my magical abilities, I may also be able to reduce the number of souls. Not sure if you'll all need it, but just keep that in mind. Got it. Okay, this is the first thing about this game people hate. Well, on first soul release, if you have a duplicate of a soul, you can choose to release them. I genuinely, unironically, don't know what this does. I haven't looked up anything it does to fix the problem of in the original game. Once you get a soul, getting duplicates is pointless. A lot of souls in this game will actually be made stronger if you get duplicates of them. The main thing and it's the big thing people don't like in this game is the weapon synthesis, because a vast majority of the weapons you get in this game will only be guided through the weapon synthesis. They will not be, like, you won't pick them up. The swords and, like, spears you got at the beginning of the game, that is basically the only stuff that you can actually get via picking it up, and there are a few other spots where you can basically pick up a weapon, but again, a vast majority of them, and a lot of people, they don't like like that, because, like, as an example, level 1 of 9, if I were to level that soul up, that would make its effect stronger.
Yes. Okay. Every time I die. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Quietly fiddling with that.
I guess I'd have an increased MP recovery for a while. I could throw the item on that, I could throw the item on that basically super jacks up my MP recovery, because like in the first game, if you have all the souls at the end of the game, you get a accessory that's really overpowered. Unlike in the first game where I basically had that always equipped, I'm going to try to play this without that for the most part, but if something starts busting my balls, I will say fuck it. But a funny thing about that, unlike the first game where they made it infinite MP, they technically did nerf that accessory in this game, where it's technically not infinite MP, it just increases your mana regen so fast. Basically, any bullet soul, if you use it, you will almost instantly get your MP back. Hey, well, what you think? Not a bad shop. Of all the weirdest places to set up a shop, normally I tell you to have a look around and share a few coins to help an old friend out, but was in the area. I saw her earlier. She must have come after me. That's not it. Geez, you sure are quick to put a man down, aren't you? Yeah, she's here to investigate the cult, she said. Well, whatever, that occasionally I'm a lot more motivated now. Now I'm motivated. Didn't you come to back me up? Anyway, have a look around and buy something. And Hammer, like in the first game, is your item.
Yes.
Is your item shop in a ship. Most of the weapons he sells you are just either the starting level of a weapon, or I think certain weapons after you make them, I think appear in his shop, but I can't a member. Again, not really going to use basically his shop because I already have all the best armor and shit. Much like in the first game, luck is worthless, so don't buy the luck charm. Anything that increases luck increases it by such a small amount. It basically does not. It basically doesn't matter. So yeah, hammer is basically worthless other than buying potions and shit from him. Now to explain the thing with like hammer and Yoko and shit, it's not ever been stated by like Iga or any official source from my understanding, but a lot of people think that this was the case. To jump ahead a decent amount because I already made jokes about it, and the only reason I'm okay with talking about it is because the first game did it. Like in the first game, this game has a Julius mode. I'll talk more about the Julius mode when we get there. And the thing in the Julius mode is I believe it's in this game, if I remember correctly, there's like a string in the game's code that shows Hammer was considered as a fourth playable character for the Julius mode, but was scrapped. He doesn't have any like sprites or anything, it's just text.
Hammer was also considered as a playable character in that one like mobile game, and he was scrapped.
Well, that leads to the joke I was going to make, which I'm stealing from a video. The reason Hammer would be the fourth playable character, because the Julius mode references Castlevania 3, because that was Iga's favorite of the classic games. Hammer would fill the slot of Grant from Castlevania 3, and because he would fill the slot of Grant, a lot of people think that Hammer is supposed to be a descendant of Grant, and because basically Hammer or Grant kept being considered for various spin-offs or things and then cut, because there was also that Xbox 360 and PS3 a game that's the weird multiplayer game Harmony of Despair. I believe Grant or Hammer has like references in that game's code, but again they went unused, so that big long video talking about like all the unused content in Castlevania had a running joke that he was constantly taken for granted. Because every time Grant or Hammer was going to be put in something, they seemingly scrapped him.
Yes.
Every time.
Basically.
And that would also... and also is that would be the other reason for why Hammer has gone basically like full simp mode now for no discernible... Oh, I'm going backwards. That would be why he went full simp mode now for no discernible reason. Because now this was kind of only a thing in fucking Castlevania Judgment of all places, but I believe that's also because in the Japanese version of the third game, there is like a thing about this. If you beat the game with Sypha, which is technically quote-unquote the canon ending, Grant apparently also actually had feelings for Sypha, so once like Trevor and Sypha basically got married, Grant apparently went like full incel about it.
Yes.
And this is actually referenced in like their fucking character dialogue in
Hammer basically was cut a lot. Grant was cut a lot. I was gonna joke about.
Like I said, I'm stealing the one guy's joke. Taken for granted. Remember, and I talked about this, I think, in the Julius mode of RFSR. It's been a year, so I don't remember any points I made. Grant was literally cut from the Netflix series because the producer of that series thought it was stupid that like Grant was a pirate, when him being a pirate was a localization error of the US manual. He's supposed to be a thief.
Yes.
But because he had the bandana, they thought he was a pirate. Which is a shame, because while Sypha is the character everyone talks about being like super OP and shit, on a first playthrough of 3, I feel like if you're actually going to play 3, also if you're going to play it, play the Famicom version, but if you do, I would say
Too bad the Famicom version is hard to come by.
No.
I
know you're doing it as a joke, but no. No, it isn't.
Sure it is. Okay, I'm doing the... I'm
like
doing
I said,
this
I know
as
you're doing it as a bit, because I think Grant is actually a, like, good first-time character for a first playthrough if you play on the Famicom version, because the reason I would recommend Grant over Sci-Fi at the start, Grant's basic weapon in the Famicom version is the throwing knife, and it's literally the same, I believe, power as the throwing knife, but it's his default attack,
Yes.
meaning that it's infinite. So you have that, and then because of that, I believe his only two sub-weapon options at that point in the Japanese version are the stopwatch and the axe, meaning that Grant basically has both a, like, ground and good air attack, whereas Sypha, while the magic can be good, some of her magic can be kind of fiddly to work with.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how is the audio balancing in this video? I've started asking this at the start of a new Let's Play, because I'm trying to make sure that me and Carson are audible and that the game isn't drowning us out. And I thought I found a good balance for that. The game is loud enough, but I feel like our commentary is basically louder than the game. Because, again, I don't want me and Carson to basically be unaudible, because the game is far louder than we are. So I think I found a good balance for that. If you have any concerns about the audio balancing, you can leave them in the comments, or you can hit me up on various social media sites. I have a bunch of social media links. You can easily find, they're normally in the pinned comment and the video description. If you do leave a comment, maybe look over the comment section and see if other people said something similar to what you wanted to say, because I don't want thousands of comments that are basically all the same. So if someone already said what you generally agree with, maybe just give that comment a like, because if I see a comment that has a bunch of likes, I would generally consider that something a lot of people agree with. That way I'm not getting thousands of comments about changes to the audio balancing, but also keep in mind, I'm trying to make sure me and Carson are not unaudible. So I'm likely not going to increase the game's audio, because if I do, me and Carson might be too hard to hear. The last thing you need to keep in mind, normally when I edit, videos go up a week or two later, but this game is going to be a special case, where this game will basically be getting a part more or less every day. So, normally when I ask about audio balancing, I tell people you need to expect a buffer of at least a week or two, but this game would be a rare instance where I could basically correct the audio almost immediately, and you would see corrections within a day or two versus a week or two, because this Let's Play will be continuous once it goes up. And this first part should be going up on Monday, so the next part would be Tuesday, and then so on and so forth. I feel like I've said everything I needed to, and I feel like I'm about to start rambling, so I really do need to stop. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.